Good evening, guys. Welcome back. And to Pillars of Pillars of the Earth. I've been away for a bit. How's it going? Taking a break, but now I'm back. What was all of that?
James spent much time writing in the last 10 years.
I've got to find a letter.
Instead of a prior, he became more of a recluse.
That is what you monks do, isn't it?
It used to be.
Philip's now the new prior. What's this one? It's a cool looking book. Massive though.
Francis, I think I found it.
Oh, okay.
In the Bible?
Revelations.
There it is. The envelope.
Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks. Fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne.
That music is
and from
brilliant.
the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Break it. Break it, I say. Inspect. Letter dated December 18th, 1135. Robert of Gloucester. Name the day, and we will be ready to shed blood in the name of Empress Maud. I and my bondsmen will ride against Stephen of Blois. We do not start the war, but we shall unleash it. Stephen himself started it, the day he betrayed King Henry's daughter and took her throne. He and those who swore loyalty to him. Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Eh?
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
The Bishop of Kingsbridge?
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
Ask about Francis's motives.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Agree. I think Francis has got the right idea.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will write to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Prometheus still holds me in contempt, okay. But yeah, so you helped Francis to uncover a conspiracy against the king, you were nominated to become Prior of Kingsbridge, you agreed to meet the bishop, you reported Brother Marcus, the thief, You gave Brother Paul a hot stone and soothed his pain. Remedios still holds you in contempt, but I did a lot of good things. Beautiful music. Chapter 2, nice. Jack. Chute Forest. Back in the woods. Hunt for food. What's this? Deer tracks? Hoof prints, yeah. Okay. There it is. Nice. Yeah, just. Did we fail? Oh, there's another one. Let's see if we can get it this time. Shot right in the head.
Yes.
Oh, had to go around the other side. Okay. That tree. It's okay, we have food now. That's lovely music.
My name is Jack. For a long time, it was the only name I had known. I was born and raised in a cave by my mother. We were used to getting by, but that year the winter had been harsh. I was proud to have killed my first deer that day. And while waiting for Mother to help me cure it, I decided to practice my reading.
The cave.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great.
Looks amazing. Look at that in the hollow of a great tree.
Years fighting
In the rocks. It's brilliant.
He has conquered the highlands and the plain. He...
Think harder, boy.
The Lord and King of all France, Charles the Great, has spent 7 long years fighting in Spain. He has conquered the highlands and the plain.
Before him, not a single fort remains.
For him, not a single fort remains.
Afternoon was approaching fast, and Mother still hadn't returned. So, if I wanted to cure the meat, I had to do it on my own. Else it would all go to waste.
Else it would all go to waste. Okay. Soon I will know it all by heart.
I'd rather not.
One book is in French, the other in Latin. One book is in French, the other in Latin.
I'd rather not.
Okay. More wood to chop, okay. Inspect. Ellen and Jack keep a variety of short and long-range weapons in their home. The two lead their lives as outlaws, outside of society and the protection of the law. A bow can serve as an invaluable tool both for hunting and self-protection. Most outlaws were once accused of a crime, but failed to appear for judgment. According to the law, their contracts, claims and ownership then fell void. As outlaws have no rights, anyone can harm them, or capture them, and turn them in. Thus many outlaws turn to a life of hiding and thievery. Ah.
There he is. Charles the Great, protector of my town. You're coming with me.
Charles the Great, made by Mother. What just dropped on the ground? Okay. What's here? Crunches on a nut. Ah. Oh.
I can't eat it raw. I need to cure it. Meat goes bad fast.
Okay. So do I need to leave?
Huh? What's that?
What's that noise coming from the forest?
The noise isn't coming from here. The noise isn't coming from here.
Okay. Did he just destroy that? Can I use that for the fire? There we go. Nice.
The fire isn't warm enough. I need some dry wood.
It's just there, right in front of me. Oh, so it should be dry then.
Good. It's warmer. Mother will be proud. Now, what's that noise?
Cool, the meat's going to be cured.
I can't eat it raw.
Well, it's cooking at least. Rebuild it. What is that noise? That's a baby crying, isn't it? Yeah. What's that?
It was hit by something sharp. That was no animal.
Definitely sounds like a baby crying. Okay. Oh, it's Philip. Oh, did I just leave? Oh,
Good. He hasn't seen you.
brilliant
Who is he?
animation.
A whip. That's what he is. A whip. That means he's someone bad. I told you about people like him, remember?
Is he a monk?
Is he a monk? He is. Although not an ordinary one. Maybe an official for someone important. I don't like this one bit. He looks nice though. He's smiling. Listen, Cub. I am sorry.
Cub.
I know there's so much you want to know about the world out there, but for now, we must stay hidden. And never trust a man of God, least of all his compassion. You'll either end up in a monastery or at the gallows. Get down.
Easy now, it's just someone little. No need to be afraid.
I'm going to follow him. You go home and wait for me, little cub.
Oh, so this ties into the first part. Right, okay. It's Agnes's grave.
I'd rather not.
Sorry. Oh, nasty. Something was buried here. Food. Some treasure. Yeah. Let's go home. Oh, what's he seen?
Mother?
Damn, man. Scary for his kid. Let's go back home. Uh-oh. There's the sun.
Don't move. We killed a pig thief in Salisbury. We can kill you too. Bloody outlaw. Where's the baby? Did you eat it?
Bolt.
Hey, I'm talking to you. What's this?
Give it back.
Should have just used the slingshot.
What do you want with this? You can't read.
Give it back.
Leave the boy be, Alfred.
As the father.
He took the baby. I saw him take Mother's cloak. He's the only one around. Who else would have taken it?
Wolves.
It was a monk.
A monk took it.
A monk?
Yes, on a horse.
Is that true? Where did he go?
He should take us there.
Leave him alone. He's just a boy.
What is your name, boy?
Jack.
Jack.
Do you live in these woods, Jack? Then you know this place better than us. Please. I don't know why I left the child. I thought I couldn't take care of him alone, but I cannot leave him to die either. I have to know if he's all right. Will you help us?
Nod.
You're a good lad. I owe you.
If you want your silly book back, you better keep your word.
Okay.
For now, I had no choice. The girl was sobbing, while her father remained tense but quiet. The boy kept on pushing me, which confused me greatly. I had never been hated before. If I had any plans of getting away, it would be like hunting deer. I had to stay sharp until the others forgot to be.
Already knows a lot. Okay.
The monk had crossed a small stream, or he had followed its course north, which would have led him towards the next village. Either way, the tracks ended at a riverbed as evening was fast approaching. The big man looked at me. "Which way, boy?" he asked. But I could only guess.
Tom Builder.
By now, the girl's sobs had ceased, as she had fallen asleep on her father's shoulders. The water was icy, and it hurt. At one point, the boy slipped and fell. I considered my options, but standing in the middle of a stream hardly allowed for a quick escape.
So I helped him up.
He slapped my hand away and pushed himself up. When we reached the bank, he was drenched and shook bitterly. He gave me a nasty glare while I was already searching the ground. There were no hoof prints on this side of the stream.
Keep on walking. Wow. That's so atmospheric. It's really cool.
What is it?
He got us lost.
Did you?
Papa, I'm tired.
That's all right. Come on. Up on my shoulders you go.
No, I'm too heavy, and you're too tired anyway. I will remain steadfast.
Will remain
Alfred,
steadfast.
stay here with them while I take a look ahead.
No, don't go.
I won't be far, dear. Besides, you can do me a favour while I'm gone. Have an eye on the lads and make sure they get some sleep, all right?
All right.
See? You are steadfast. I won't be long.
You stay where I can see you while my sister rests. And no tricks.
Get your book back. Okay.
It's too far up.
Boom. Boom.
Ah! You little...
Papa, what are you doing?
Nothing. Go back to sleep. Father will be back soon.
Right,
When
okay.
we're alone, I'd kill you. Hey, you see that? Over there in the fog. There's
No.
something there.
Let's take a look.
What is it?
Frozen
A
deer.
deer. It broke through the ice and died.
Children! Martha, wake up, dear.
Martha.
Who's she?
We met in the forest. I'm Jack's mother. Come here, Jack.
Did you find him?
Yes, dear, we did.
The baby is safe. The monk brought it to a small cell not far from here.
But we won't go there now. Ellen offered us shelter for tonight.
I have. Follow me.
Cool. Back to the cave. That's awesome.
If I'd known you lived this close.
Don't fool yourself. When a woman is bleeding inside, it either stops or it doesn't. All you can do is keep her warm, and you did that. I'm sorry, but the living must take care of the living. Jack, give the children some soup, will you? Will you be able to get work soon?
Hard to say.
Give soup to Martha.
People don't usually hire a new master builder in winter. Too cold for stirring the water. Sometimes you get lucky, but
Thank you, Jack.
not this year. Some time ago I had work in Exeter. They offered me the post of builder for the Castellan to keep the walls and defences in shape. It would have kept me busy for the rest of my life. We would have lived like bishops.
What happened?
I refused. All I cared about was working on a cathedral again. I was a fool.
You can do better than to build churches.
Well, I worked on one once. That was good work. I won't ramble on now. But if you ask Martha, she'll tell you everything about it.
Such a cool setting.
You know, a man like you should not beat himself so hard.
No. No, there is no excuse for leaving my baby son behind.
Women die in labor. Men abandon their children all the time. It is rare that they return.
Is that what happened to you and your son?
No, that is an altogether different story. One I haven't even told Jack yet. All I can say is,
I raised him alone in this cave, outside of town law. Just us and the forest.
What's a
How do you
cathedral?
get by?
We hunt, we gather. It works well enough for us two to survive. You can thank Jack for the meal, by the way. My little cub caught his first deer today, all by himself.
I'm impressed.
What's a cathedral?
It's a big house for people to pray.
They go there to rob each other?
No, they don't prey on each other. They talk to God.
It's a place of worship and a home for priests and monks.
Oh.
Eat well, children. You'll need your strength.
And so do you, Master Builder. Go on, tuck in.
I will. Thank you. Well, they're asleep now. So, what is it?
I told you that the monk had taken the baby to a small cell nearby. It's true, but I advise you to stay away from there.
What? Why?
Because you abandoned it. That counts as murder.
Then I have to steal him. I have to own up to what I've done. I have to take back my son.
Think for a moment. You have been out of work since summer. A baby needs a lot of care. More than your other children. How will you feed him?
But what am I to do then? Live like you? I don't know a thing about hunting. I'm a mason. Even in a castle I'm more at home than here.
Leave the baby with the monks. He'd be warm and fed. You wouldn't have to carry him while you look for work. And when you do find something, you can come back and fetch him.
I don't know. Since Agnes died, I don't know anything anymore.
You're a good man, Tom Builder. You're kind and gentle and strong. You will do the right thing. You also don't have to go through this alone, you know. Jack and I will have to leave this place soon. The winter is too cruel, and we might not survive if we stayed. We could all travel together.
I don't know. I have my hands full with my children already.
I can help you take care of them. If you promise to teach my son how to get along in the world of men. We may be strangers now, but we would be at each other's side, helping out however we can.
The living must take care of the living.
Yes.
I'm going to see a castle.
That night I dreamed of a strange world. One of knights and monks preying upon each other in a big, dark cave. There were small castles, dead deer, and a giant called Tom. In that dream I was happy. I tightly held my mother's hand, watching the kind giant and learning his mysterious ways.
You caught a deer and cured it for dinner. You ran into Tom Builder and his family. You gave Martha soup first. Alfred grew to dislike you. You were looking forward to finally leaving the forest. You found information about Jack and Ellen's lives as outlaws. Except... Chapter 3. The Conspiracy. The Palace of Bishop Warren. Oh. Here we are, back as Philip. Okay guys, I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much. Oh, I can't save it yet. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye guys.